Starry-eyed rumblings.
We step outside of the door of the room, which I'm not sure what its function was. It just looks like a meeting room. However, we are leaving this room, so it matters not. And we begin to take the first step towards Ike's office. Well, I do. Yell is struggling slightly to stand up. I did offer my arm as a gentleman. I am wearing the galactic jumpsuit after all. However, she gave me a glare that said if I come any closer, she may well try and harm me in some physical manner. And so I'm keeping my distance, but also keeping both eyes when I can spare them on said Yell. She reaches the door at long last, and I give her a look to say, "Are you sure you don't want an arm?" And she gives me a look that says, I'm just going to interpret as, "No thank you." We begin to take the second step towards Ike's office, no issue. The next 8 steps go similarly. However, at the 11th step, we are both surprised. Well, I'm surprised by a complication. Well, it's not really a complication at present. It is currently a box, possibly a parcel, small in size, right outside of Ike's office. I flash a glance at Yell, and unfortunately, I know I shouldn't judge, but I did have a little bit of suspicion in my face. Luckily, I'm wearing a helmet, so she won't know that. So I change my expression before asking Yell. Yell, do not be alarmed. However, I have spotted a parcel of some sort, a package, at our destination. I am not currently treating it as a hostile package or a dangerous package, perhaps that seems more appropriate, but if you know anything about it or perhaps know what it could be, please do share, because it does stick out slightly. As a rule, unattended baggage usually is a bad sign. As I am coming to expect, there is no response from Yell. I look over at her and she is looking not great. She has one arm or hand on the wall and she is beginning to sweat, and it is not that warm. I refrain from asking her if she is feeling okay for the 10th time, because after the 7th time of asking, she did start gritting and grinding her teeth every time I asked her, and her teeth don't look like they can handle too much grinding. And just an observation, they really do look a little bit around the gums. They're really not looking healthy. Either way, possibly infected gums aside, she shakes her head and keeps on moving, which means I have to move to keep up. As we approach the package, I begin to slow down to make sure that it doesn't do anything unexpected. I can still keep an eye on Yell because she is moving very slowly, as if she cannot see, with both hands against the wall now. Yell, I know that you said... She holds up a hand to silence me, I presume. I stop talking and begin to approach the box slowly and cautiously. Strain my neck to try and get a look inside it because it's open. And there is nothing inside. Okay, panic over. Great, move on. I tap the screen to alert Ike that I have arrived, or someone has arrived. And just for safe measures, I nudge the box with my foot Nothing explodes or otherwise occurs. Okay, we're good. Anticlimactic, but the door opens and my attention is drawn to the top of Ike's head. He's working away on his desk screen. I step aside and allow Yell to enter first. She seems to have mustered up some strength from somewhere and walked into the room, looking like she's about to collapse at any moment, but seems to be soldiering on. I follow in after her and wait for Ike. Well, you know what? I don't wait, because who knows how long we'll be standing here if we wait for Ike to notice that I've entered the room, and also Yell is not looking great, so I don't know how long she's going to be standing for. So I address Ike. Ike! I am reporting, updating. I found the murderer and I brought them back here to go through the justice system. Without stopping working, he replies, "Good work. I'll take it from here. You can leave." Now, compared to the empty box, this response from Ike is much more anticlimactic, and I dawdle for a moment because I also am aware that I do need to take Yell back to Swordfish. Ike, I would like your permission to continue this investigation, as I believe there's more afoot than just your murder. Not that that is a small matter. However, I do believe that there are more machinations at play here that I would very much like to assist with your permission. Ike responds, "What have you found out so far?" Well, Ike, after interrogating the murderer, Yell scoffs at that for some reason. I continue, although I'm thrown off a bit. What was I saying? I interrogated Yell, the murderer, and managed to find out that the reason that you were a target for assassination is because you sent the order to Nakhang for the populating of Yuma's estate, for that process, whatever it may be, to begin. So it does seem reasonable to conclude that somebody out there does not want Yuma's estate to be populated for reasons that are unknown at present, but likely better not say likely. Perhaps not likely. It seems probable that it involves Nakhang, Yuma's estate, and some other unknown entity and their machinations that may or may not put Yuma's estate, Nakhang, and the sector in risk. This is all, of course, speculation at this point, which is why I'm hoping to investigate further. I think I'm rambling, so I stop there to see what Ike's response is. Hey, and it's promising by the fact that he's stopped typing. Hasn't looked up though, as he replies, "Alright, Lightner, you've got the green light. Go on with your investigation. I have a few other additional tasks I need to complete given this information. Keep me updated." Excellente! But now for the difficult part. I would also like to request custody of the murderer Yell. I believe that they may well have crucial information to the investigation and some possible leads that I'm hoping to follow up on. I will of course keep them safe and take responsibility for any actions that they commit under my watch. Why did I add that last bit? Ugh. I look over at Yell, and she is standing there, slightly doubled over, not looking great. Still, I'm going to take responsibility for all of that. What's done is done. I wait for Ike's response, which comes now. "You managed to capture her, Lightner, so I'm willing to trust you so far as you think you're able to handle her." "Yes, sir. I wouldn't make the suggestion if I didn't think I was up to the task and I wasn't doing the right thing. I was expecting a follow-up response to that, but Ike seems to have dismissed me in his usual fashion. Getting used to Ike, I don't say bye, but I gesture towards Yell that we should leave. Of course, she's somewhat doubled over still, her eyes closed, so I risk a gentle tap on the shoulder, which makes her start. I hold my hands up as she looks at me, and I point silently to the door. She gets the message. We both start edging towards the door. We exit Ike's office. The door cycle's closed. Pretty smooth.